Hello, hello. Hey, Cheryl. Facebook is acting crazy and it's not letting me do my thing, and I don't know what is the problem. But I'm hoping now it won't kick me out and it will keep me here doing what I need to be doing. So I'm going to share this out to my page because I don't know why it won't go live from my page. It's acting totally nuts. So as people are signing in, I am going to get started in a minute. I still don't know. If anybody can hear me, can you please say yes or no if you can't hear me? Hey, Shoshana, we're trying this all over again. Facebook is acting crazy. But I don't see anything on my Facebook, so I don't know if you guys can see me or hear me. Please type something if you can hear me or see me. Okay, so Shoshana says yes. All right, thank you, girl. I'm telling you, this Facebook is just, it hates me today. It just hates me. It's kicked me out already several times. All right, now I can hear it. Good Lord. That was insane. All right, well, good evening, everybody. Sorry about all these technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but we're back and we're going to try this one more time. For those of you that are watching me for the first time, my name is Mariel Morales and I am a life artist. I am the founder of the Beautiful and Confident Movement for Women, where I help them transform, break out of their cocoon, and go from invisible to visible. I teach them how to let go of old cycles, spread their wings, and become the artists of their own life. And in lieu of that, I am starting a new series called Finding the Life Artist in You. In today's episode 1, and we're going to be talking about 5 obstacles that prevent you from becoming the artist of your own life. So I'm super excited to be here to start this series. It's going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to go in depth in a lot of things that we have not discussed before on my pages. So I'm excited and a little nervous at the same time. So I want to make sure that on my pages, I can hear myself. All right, there it is. Because I'm going to have my notes and I need to see what you guys see and your comments. All right. So first, let's start with what is a life artist? So a life artist is a woman that feels beautiful and is willing to claim her gifts with confidence and create the life of her dreams and be happy. So that is what the life artist is about, and that is what I want to help you all become. So to be a life artist, you have to have a life filled with passion for what you do for others, not what you do in general. Not what you do for yourself, but what you do for others. It is that passion that drives happiness and fulfillment in people. And we're going to talk about, hey, Andrea, how are you? We're going to be giving you a few things today, 5 different things that prevent us from becoming that happy, joyful person that feels fulfilled in everything we do. So I'm going to ask you, if you haven't shared the broadcast yet, that please do. And we're going to be getting started pretty soon. So I'm super excited to share all of this with you as part of my new series. So I'm holding my phone here because I don't know how to keep. Oh, I can hold it here. Never mind, guys. I don't know what is my deal today. I'm not able to focus very well, but we're going to make this work. All right, so share if you haven't shared. Sharing is caring, and this could be something that someone else needed to hear to break out of these cycles where they have been unhappy for a very long time. So thank you for sharing, Andrea. So let's get started here. So like I said, you want to have a life that's filled with passion for what you do for others. Hi, Jackie, welcome. And it's interesting how the type of jobs that we do can impact our happiness. not only if it isn't a good paying job, but if your heart is not totally in it, and if your why you go to work is only for the paycheck, then you're going to be very unhappy. So I want you to type in the comments if this has been you for a long time or in any type of job that you've ever been in. So type me if you feel like you have been going to a job for the paycheck, but your heart is not totally in it. So I want to know how you guys feel about your jobs. Hey, Jessica, welcome. So while you guys are typing in the comments, I'll share with you that I have been feeling very fulfilled in my job for a very long time. I've been in the pharmaceutical company that I work for as a diabetes educator for 9 years now. And I usually feel very fulfilled in my job because not only they pay me well, but whenever I go to work, I get paid to impact other people's lives by teaching them everything I know on how to manage diabetes and make life easier for people. So whenever I go to work and I feel this as my driver, this is the reason why I get up and I go to work, I'm happy in the job. Whenever I completely forget that that's what I'm getting paid to do and I'm just waking up to do the job just because I have to get up and I have to be out there doing what they're asking me to do, then those are the days that I feel completely unfulfilled. And I'm actually unhappy and angry and not really giving my best to the people that I can encounter. So you have to go to work with a good reason, not for the paycheck, not because it pays the bills, not because they're asking you to go. You have to have the passion in it and find something that you're doing for others in your job. So happiness doesn't come from material things, okay, or from a high-paying job. It comes from a sense of fulfillment in anything we do, and that's what we just said. Happiness doesn't come from having a partner either or from having children. Oftentimes we think, well, when I find a partner, when I get a boyfriend, when I get married, or when I have children, that's when I'll be happy. And all of this brings you joy for just a short moment, and then it's totally gone. Then all of a sudden you're becoming unhappy again and you don't know why. So if you change this into, it's not that I'm happy because I have a spouse or because I have a partner or because I have children. It's I'm happy because of the way I view my role in their life, how I do things to inspire them to be the best version of themselves. Then you'll be happy having them in your life. Then you'll see things differently, and it's not another thing that you have to do. I have to raise these children. I have to be with this husband of mine. I have to love him however he is. It changes completely, and you become happier. So according to psychologists, approximately 50% of your level of happiness is determined by personality traits that are mainly hereditary. So that means I can't control it if I was born with these traits. But the other 50% is actually totally in my control. So what you can control is your career, your relationships, and your activities. So I hope that this is, getting you interested in picking your interest as to how you can become happy in whatever you're doing right now, or just change it completely and find your happiness somewhere else. So since you know you can control most of what makes us happy, I'm going to give you 5 obstacles that are preventing you from being a life artist and therefore preventing you from being happy. So number one, coming from a poor family. So if you're ready for number 1, type in 1, ladies. I'm not sure if anybody's here. I want to know if you're alive and if you are ready to receive this information that is going to bless you. And I am willing to share with you and excited to share with you. So type in 1 if you're ready for number 1. I'm looking at here because this is where I can see the comments, and here I cannot see them. So that's why I'm looking to both places. So I hope that doesn't annoy you very much. Hey, Linda, welcome. Hi, Luis. Oh my God, you're here. I hope you're doing well. I can't wait to see you. So already. So number 1. Hey, Jackie, type number 1. Jackie's awake. Excellent. Hola, Mariela, ¿cómo estás? So number 1 is coming from a poor family. That is the first obstacle that prevents people from becoming a life artist and therefore living the life of their dreams. Thank you, Andrea, for typing in number 1. So when we come from a poor family, we're instilled with this limiting belief that when we're very young, even from when we're very young, that we can only achieve so much in our lives. It can be if we come from a poor family with very limited means and resources, that we may think or feel that we can't get enough education, we can't go to the best schools, we can't get enough opportunities to raise ourselves out of the poverty that my family has been in into a higher wealthy status. And that is totally wrong. Hi, Edna, welcome. So just because you came from a poor family, that does not determine your future. I came from a family that wasn't poor, but my parents worked very hard, and they were school teachers, so they didn't make a lot of money. And they were trying their best. And then eventually my dad stopped doing teaching, so he started selling ice cream on an ice cream truck. And so his salary became a lot lower than it was when he was teaching at the schools. But that was making him happy, so he went for it. But that put us a little bit on hold, if you may. It made us be limited on some of the things we could attend. Like we couldn't participate in a lot of the sports because that becomes expensive. We couldn't go to modeling schools or dancing schools, which is what I wanted to do. And then, we were in private school for a while. And then at some point we had to go to public school. And all of that could have limited myself and made me feel like, well, that is all they could offer me, so that is as far as I can go. And that's totally not true. So a lot of people tend to just accept the fact that they can't break out of that status and that they must continue to maintain the status of poverty because that is what they were raised with. And you find a lot of people, they just stay stuck because that's what they grew up with. But you don't have to stay there, okay? So number 2, the second limiting belief or obstacle that's preventing you from becoming a life artist is choosing a career that our family pressures you into. So how many of you have selected a career or gone to school to study something just because your family told you should do that? Type in me. I want to know who else, because that happened to me. And it's not that I'm not happy with the career that I chose, because it ended up being a career that's very fulfilling for me. But I actually wanted to be a dancer, a professional dancer. I didn't want to go to school to learn science. I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a dietitian. None of the things I am right now is what I actually wanted to do. I wanted to be a professional dancer. But my parents said, well, you have brains. You can't just be dancing only. And the dancing career has an expiration date. After a certain age, you don't dance as well anymore. And people don't hire you. So they were right to push me into something else. But I still feel resentment a little bit because I didn't go for what I actually wanted to do. What I wish I had done was, I wish I had gone to ballet school and learn all types of dances and be a professional dancer until my expiration date, and then go to school after that and select the career that I wanted to do. So I live with a little bit of regret that I was pressured into a career that I didn't want to do from the beginning. But I'm thankful that I chose the right one. Other people haven't. So choosing a career that our family pressures you into is something that happens a lot. You may feel that you have to enter that specific field as well, because even though your true talents and greatness may not lie within that field or occupation, if all of the members of the family went for that type of occupation, then you feel pressured to do the same thing. Plus you also see that they were successful at it. And you think, well, if they were successful at it, it only makes sense that I go for it. So if you notice a family of doctors, most of them are going to be doctors, or they're going to be in some type of healthcare environment. If they're teachers, you end up being a teacher. If they were in the military, the kids will choose to be in the military just because it's something that the family has done for ages and ages, and they don't want to be the odd person that selected something totally opposite. And also they're afraid of not being successful in what they actually want to do. And when we choose a career that's not what we want, we may end up feeling unhappy for years and years and years. It becomes just a job. Excuse me. So number 3, hi Nidia, welcome. So press the share button if you haven't, ladies. I'm so excited that you're here. We're talking about how to become a life artist, how to find the life artist in you. And we're talking about 5 obstacles that prevent you from becoming the artist of your own life and living the life of your dreams. So we talked about number 1, coming from a poor family that has limited resources. And number 2, we talked about choosing a career that our family has pressured us into. So we're going to talk about number 3 now, and it's working a job for a paycheck, and not because it's your true calling or because it's not an occupation that your skills and passion are in. So this ties right along with what we've been saying. Hola, amiga. As human beings, we're most capable of doing our best work when we do something that inspires us. It motivates us to truly do our best work. So often in society, many people just go through the motions of the tasks required by their jobs just to get that paycheck and pay the bills, support their families, and keep a roof over their heads. But in truth, many of those people are not happy and satisfied with their current jobs. They just tolerate them and they put up with them because they're skilled enough in that position, and that's where they want to stay. Also, maybe the salaries that they're getting are very high, and they're able to maintain the type of quality of life and lifestyle that they like. And they also say, well, it's better than not having a job at all. And I refuse to say that anymore. I do not want to go to work just because it's better than not having a job at all. Other people have no jobs. Listen, if you're not happy with your job, find yourself a job where you can actually be excited to be in, that you're truly sharing your skills and your passion. For example, Nidia. I know Nidia has been a registered nurse for a very long time. And I'm sure you love it, Nidia, because you're helping others in the process, and you've done a lot of different things in your career. And the same with me. I have a very good job, but I also get to do it because I have the skills and I have the passion in it. I do feel like what I'm doing is helping others. I'm not just going there for a paycheck. So, find something that you can put your passion into. And if this is not the right time for you to move from that job because maybe your financial situation doesn't allow you to do it, then I encourage you to find something where you're actually working for others, that you are finding a new goal in life while you're in that job until you can move away from it. Yep, I know it. I know Nidia loves her job. It's a fulfilling job. The job of a nurse is a fulfilling job if you chose it not for the money, but because you truly wanted to save lives. And I chose being a diabetes educator and dietitian because I wanted to help people live a healthier life. And now that I'm actually building a business around confidence and wellness and makeup, I have a new passion because I can teach you everything that I know to help you become happy with the life that you choose to live. So that's why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing right now. So find something that you're passionate about. Number 4, the number 4 obstacle that prevents you from becoming a life artist is that you're afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone and add new skills to your profile. So one reason why is because you just don't feel like being uncomfortable. And that's what getting out of your comfort zone means. You get uncomfortable with what you're doing because it's not something you're used to anymore. And as human beings, we like to be comfortable. And we like things that are familiar. We don't like things that are new, and changes are hard. And so we just stay still. So we have the tendency to avoid unfamiliar situations, first because it's natural instinct. It's something we do as humans. And partly because you're fearful of the unknown. Another reason is that we're afraid that we will perform poorly at these new tasks and challenges we sign up for, or we volunteer for, because maybe you're trying to volunteer to do something different and you're just very afraid that it's a very uncomfortable thing for you to do. And as human beings, we're often fearful of performing poorly at tasks because we're afraid of getting replaced by someone better than us in the job. And sometimes just because we don't like performing poorly at anything. Nobody likes to just be mediocre and not do their job their best. It's, something that we all like to do. And it brings down our self-esteem and our self-confidence. So stepping out of the comfort zone is something that we're afraid of and we don't want to try oftentimes. And trust me, getting in front of you guys on live is something that always gets my nerves going. I get sick to my stomach before every single live. So maybe you think I feel and look very confident, but I'm actually very nervous when I'm here. Because it's not the same as trying to talk to someone you know. You're now out in the world. Who knows who's going to watch your video, and you're hoping you say things properly, correctly. You hold people's attention and that they like what you're doing, that they like what they see. They like my hair, that they like my makeup, they like my jewelry, Hey, Remy. So it is nerve-wracking to do this, but I have to push and do it because it's a skill that I want to develop. I got to get uncomfortable and master this skill because it's going to get me to where I want to be. So that was the third reason, performing poorly in front of others. We fear that we may be ridiculed or criticized, and we just don't want to even try it. So now I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying. Maybe I'm going to be better eventually. Maybe I could have said it better. Maybe I could have more energy. Maybe my makeup should have been different. I don't care anymore because I am mastering a skill that's going to get me to where I need to be. And I have to put myself out there for you to criticize me. And I'm hoping that you won't criticize me, that you will actually give me positive feedback and encourage me to do it better, rather than just laughing about it and making fun of me and not even sharing my broadcast because you don't think I'm good enough, So, thank you, Nidia. Hello, Remy. So you always fear, what are they going to say about you? And I decided this year that I'm not going to live with el que dirán. So if you're one of my Spanish viewers, you're going to know what I mean. El que dirán means is, what are the people going to say about me? And we in the Hispanic families live with that. This is how we grow up, thinking about what are they going to say about us. And then we don't do all kinds of things that we want to do because we're afraid of being criticized and judged. Hey, Marangeli. Oh, thank you, Linda. And so I want to encourage you to do what I'm doing. Do something that makes you afraid, that you think, what are they going to say about me? Who gives a shit about what they're going to say about you? Is it making them unhappy? Fine. If it's making me happy, it's what I'm going to continue to do. And I'm sorry for the part of my French, but I want to be real with you guys here because we are just covering things and talking them surface level. I want to go deep. And I want to help you think about what is it that you're not doing because you're afraid of what people say about you. So put that to the side and forget about it. Do what you like. Nobody needs to tell you. They don't pay your bills. They don't live with you most of the time. And if they do, well, they can just not listen to what you're saying or watch what you're doing. If it makes you happy, just do it. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Lina, ¿cómo estás? So ladies, if you haven't shared, please share. We're on the fifth and last point that we're going to discuss today. And if you just joined, we're talking about finding the life artist in you. And remember, a life artist is a woman that feels beautiful and is willing to claim her gifts with confidence to create the life of her dreams. So if that is what you want to do with life, and that is the type of woman you want to be, then you got to keep listening. This is a series that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be going on for a little while. So I hope that you come back. And if you don't get to watch it live, that you watch it on replay and that it blesses you. Hey, Lena, thank you for that. So number 5. Well, let me review which ones we've talked about so far. The obstacles that prevent you from becoming the artist of your own life is number 1, coming from a poor family and thinking that you have to stay in the same spot that everybody in your family stayed because you didn't have the right resources or didn't go to the best schools. And that is totally incorrect. You can do whatever you want if you put your talents and you claim them with confidence and you put them to work because God gave them to you, and you can't just keep them into yourself. You have to share them with the world. Number 2, if you choose a career that your family put pressure on you to select, you're going to be very unhappy. But if that's what you chose to do and you can't remove yourself from that type of career at this time, then find something to do for others while you're in that career. that will help you feel fulfillment while you're in there. Number 3 was working for a job that's just for a paycheck and not because it's your true calling or because your skills and passions are not in it. So either find yourself a different job or develop a different skill. And if you can, use the skills and passions you have inside. Like I have passion for makeup and I have passion for developing self-confidence in women. I can't do that at my job. That's not what they paid me for. So I have to just do what they make me do and pay me to do. But I find something joyful about it because I'm still helping people in the process. I still can make an impact on the people that I come in contact with, even if I'm not able to talk about what I'm actually passionate about, which is makeup and women's self-development. So what do? I have a side job now on the evenings and on weekends that I'm building and that eventually I will do full time. So you can do whatever you want. It's all up to you. And number 4, you were afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone and add new skills to your profile. So get out of that comfort zone. Get used to being uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is where it's at. It's where you're going to become happy. And at the beginning, it's going to be weird and scary and nerve-wracking, and your tummy will be upset. You'll be in the bathroom a lot if you're like me. But every time you get to do it, you feel excited and happy that you went for it. So get out of that comfort zone. And number 5, and the very last one today, is you don't overcome your fears. You don't overcome your fears. So to find your inner life artist, you need to overcome the fears and hesitations. It's natural to feel like this, but even some of those who have done great achievements and accomplishments, they found their greatness inside. They found their life artist inside. Hola, Iris. And they have admitted they felt the butterflies and they felt the apprehension over trying something new. Was different from what they've been doing forever and ever. However, they found the courage and desire to overcome these fears and push themselves to do different tasks and activities in order to expand their skill set. They learn more about themselves in the process, which is what's happened to me. I have learned more about myself than I ever have before. And I'm loving what I'm learning about myself. And what I don't love about myself, I'm putting it in a plan to change it and improve it. So even if it's not comfortable and scary at the beginning, the process is what makes you happy. It's what you find in that process. So let's see. And the key point to that is that you can do all this. This is not limited to people that are successful, that are famous, that have amazing careers, that are CEOs of big companies. This is not limited to them only. This is available to anyone. Anyone can have the life of their dreams. And just look for your calling, okay? Find the greatness that inside of you that helps enrich the lives of the people around you, that enables them to provide the most value to the world. The world is falling apart, all right? Everybody's just in a bad mood. Everybody's unhappy with the government, with their situation, with their kids, with their spouse, with the neighbor. For God's sake, we're so unhappy with everything in the world. Why don't we focus on trying to bring something good to the people around us? Make every day count. When you are in a nursing home and you're already 80, 90 years old, and you're there sick and you're tired, ready to let go, you don't want to live those years that are the last years of your life with regret, thinking, I wish I had done this for my family. I wish I had done this when I was at my work. I wish I had impacted more people in my way through my life. You don't want to live with regret. Regret is sad, it's horrible, it's painful. You want to live a life where when you talk to that person and you're 80, 90 years old, you think, I did everything I wanted to do. I did this, I did that, I shared this with people, I helped this type of person, I made an impact in someone's life, I wasn't just going through the motions. Life is becoming very short, we're all dying sooner because we're sick and unhealthy and unhappy. So make your life count. Wake up every morning and think about what you can do to impact someone's life, whoever comes across in front of you. Marangeli says your makeup is popping. Oh, thank you. Such a basic, simple makeup today. I didn't do a whole lot. I was running late, but I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad it looks good on camera, so that's good. Hola, Soneli. So these have been the 5 things that are limiting you from overcoming everything that you want. I mean, everything that you have feared. Do not let obstacles stand in your way anymore. Become the artist of your own life. Claim the gifts that you have been given by God, okay? Claim them and be confident to create the life of your dreams. Because when you're a life artist, anybody around you wants to be like you. You're sharing happiness, you're sharing joy, you're sharing confidence, you're exuding sexiness, sex appeal. Everybody just wants to be around you. Your family wants to be around you, your friends, the people at work. You glow with a little bit of makeup, you still glow and people think you're popping. Even when you don't have your hair extensions and your hair is short and you don't feel happy, you still glow because you are doing what you like and you know you're impacting others in the process. So thank you so much. Preach it. I'm learning how to preach, girl. I'm learning how to preach and be more assertive when I'm speaking. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the broadcast today and that you got some value from this. In the next chapter of this series, Finding the Life Artist in You, we're going to discuss how to overcome these 5 limiting beliefs. We went a little bit into it, and we talked a little bit about how to overcome them, but we're going to get a little bit deeper on the next episode. And Edie says, let your hair grow. So I had my hair extensions for about 2 years now because I was letting it grow. My hair was very short and very damaged. And it's grown quite a bit. It's very short in the front, but the back is actually longer than I've had it in a very long time. I just need this front part to grow because this one is the one where I get the most flat ironing business, and it breaks down and then it breaks off and it gets short again. But I'm having my vitamins, my Sugar Bear vitamins, because I'm eating very healthy, and I'm noticing my hair is growing so much faster. So I'm gonna have longer hair very soon, and if I get tired of looking like this, I'll put my damn extensions on again. It's whatever makes you happy, right? And that's what you gotta do. So thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't shared, please share. Somebody can watch this on replay. And for you, my replay viewers, thank you for being here. Hope you get some value from this. And remember, feeling beautiful is possible. Hashtag life artist. All of you should be hashtagging life artist in your posts because that's what I want you all to be. So thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye. All right. I am